Well, I'll probably go in two Shabbatot. Normally I come back on Sunday. So Thursday I come back.
Three.
Four?
Three.
Oh boy, hopefully those one. Oh boy. Oh, wait, here it is, right here.
Okay.
Right there.
I'm also Eli, I brought two with me.
Okay, rest. Okay. Four.
Amazing to give you. Look a second in Parashat Behalotcha.
Oops, too far.
Larry back or?
Because if you don't see
We don't
it,
see it, he's
you don't
there
see
before
it.
us.
Yeah, usually.
With 5 points to Peru, I guess they like it. They said
Oh,
they extended the visit. 3 from Israel and 2 from here.
And the scenery there is crazy.
And
What,
this-
Peru?
this-
Beautiful.
Yeah, but there's a special mountain. This is why they went
It's really beautiful.
to climb the mountain.
really? Okay.
Crazy waterfalls also.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh.
The person I stayed by in Toronto told me that he and his wife went to Panama. He says, you wouldn't believe it unless you be there to see what the community, Jewish community is there. There's one member of it.
All right, you ever lived in Canada or you just have people who live?
A relative.
Mhm.
He showed me, he reads every week the Parashat Shnai Mikra V'Chazon. So he went to a bookstore there. It's called like this. Brings it to the hotel, it's in Spanish.
Wow.
Which means they have so much money.
Yeah,
They
they
give
do.
money to our school.
I've seen it in
Publish
Spanish.
to publish
Yeah.
them.
I've seen it in Spanish. I forgot where.
But this Chumash, wow, beautiful.
I mean, in a smaller edition, but all the commentary that we have in English has
I always wondered, you would know, is there any shul in the world that has as many people as we do Sharet Zion on Shabbat?
Both?
No, I don't think so.
What do we have, 2,000?
I think we have 2,000.
Hasidei grew there between 8 to 12,000.
Oh, in Israel, yeah.
One,
Bells and
Really?
bells.
exactly.
Bells is much more.
Really?
This is a community where it's a sect.
I could say.
Between 8 to 12. This is after.
Eli, I went to the Bells shul in Israel, the mikveh. You never saw something like this in your life. Never. There's cubbies for maybe 300-400 people.
Oh.
There's the mikvehs are the size of pools. There are 3 of them. Hot, very hot, and
Too hot.
and cold.
Look a second on page 792.
They have a barber shop inside the place.
But remember, the Bible shop at Hasidim is a 000.
Yes.
Hasidim are pre Kabbalah,
Yeah.
which of course you don't do with this because it's not comfortable. The Kabbalah is only when it's comfortable. Just to take the haircut,
No.
to take haircut on Friday, yeah? On Shabbat and the mikveh, they do it in all of the members.
Wow.
The one in charge of the mikveh has
It's amazing.
but what makes Bells unique is that hundreds of Sephardic people who became religious through them, they became Hasidim. It never happened. So I grew up Ashkenaz, not Hasid, fine, finished.
Yeah.
If I'm not religious and not religious, here, people who are attracted to it. It's amazing.
It's like a misnomer, Hasidic, Sephardic, Hasid.
Yeah,
It's
You have,
Yeah.
Rabbi, in Argentina, you have a lot of Halabi Satmar.
Really?
A lot.
Yeah,
Not
the same.
tons.
wow.
The
Tons.
same idea.
Again,
But you realize what it means. You have to be dressed in a certain
Yeah.
My mother
way.
has cousins, all Satmar.
Wow.
It's like you picked up
Argentina.
somebody else's traditions for whatever
Right,
reason.
right,
It's
right.
like I made myself Ashkenaz.
Rabbi, the Satmar Rebbe came to Argentina a long, long time ago, to Mekarev people. He ended up Mekarev the Syrians there. Yeah.
Wow.
There was no religion there.
No, but it's as Eli is saying, you're picking up.
This is someone else's traditions.
No, because Chacham Ovadia has future world. If you are, let's say, Israeli, it happened hundreds of times, your mentor to become a Baal Tshuva was Ashkenaz. So you were raised to pray Ashkenaz. Now, when you stand on your own feet, suddenly you realize, hey, I'm Sephardi. Should you drop, so to say? It's a very sensitive question. Because, for a few years you're praying or doing whatever. Anyway, this is part of.
But also you have that with the kids, should they follow the mother? Sometimes it's more comfortable if the mother's Sephardic, they're growing up in the community, than to follow the.
100%. So look, this is part of the preparation for Mashiach. Nothing is clear. Come, look at 792. The Jewish people, the Jewish people means a certain sect of the Jewish people. If you really want to see who they are, look at page 788. Look at the fourth line in 788. The Ha'asafsuf, this word appears once. Asafsuf is a very, look, the rebel, you see? Asafsuf means people who are never happy in what they have, because they never live on their own. Become from others. It avu ta'ava. Now look at the English translation of the word it avu ta'ava. Right? Cultivated, craving. Here's the question here: like you have the man, and if you happen to like sorbet ice cream, I take the man I have in mind. Sorbet. Eli likes a cowboy steak, it's a cowboy steak. Nathan likes cupcakes. David likes, see the now, which means so you realize the chidush here. The chidush here, itavut ahava means I don't want the food to come through the man. I would like to feel that I'm chewing cowboy steak. I like. So this is really the epitome. The epitome of physical desires. When you eat the steak, are you enjoying the steak or the taste? Here you have whatever you wanted to have, and it looks the same. The man. This is why they were punished so heavily, because it's like
You're eating when you want to eat, practically.
You see the state of Israel. So for many years everything went well. Now everything is upside down. So the game is over. Now the question is, well, how we continue on the highway? This is why the punishment, and Hashem is promising them they remember all the good food from Egypt, this and that. Anyway, and Moshe Rabbeinu, look a second in 788. You never pay attention to this parashiyot, but it's frightening to show you what human beings are about. Understand? And they are complaining to Moshe, we're sick and tired of the man, but you can have in the man whatever you want. Says Moshe to Hashem, Pasuk Yud Aleph, Vayomer Moshe Hashem, lama areota le'avdecha, ולמה לא מצאתי חן בעיניך לשום את מסע כל העם הזה עליי? Why are you putting the burden of carrying, yes? האנוכי הריתי את כל העם הזה, אם האנוכי ילידיתי הוא, רני, please read for us פסוק י"ב.
You want, did I conceive this entire people, or did I give birth to it, that you can say to me, carry them in your bosom?
So Moshe is saying, if I'm the father, this is my job as a father, but they're not my children, I'm only appointed. Look, turn the page to 790. מאין לי בשר, לתת כל העם הזה, כי יבכו עליי למות נא בשר. But remember, Moshe is a good leader and he's telling to Hashem what should be said. But the real problem, of course, are here the people. Anyway, Moshe says, לא אוכל אנוכי לבדי לשאת את כל העם הזה. I cannot find. Hashem says to him in Pasuk 16, ויאמר השם אל משה, אספה לי 70 איש מזקני ישראל. collect 70 people, אשר ידעת כי הם זקני העם ושוטריו. What does it mean? Those are the people that in Egypt served as policemen and they suffered, they were beaten by the Egyptians. This is the reward that they are getting here, yes? Look at the Rashi a second. אשר ידעת, Rashi Pasuk Tetvav, it's 6 lines from the bottom, 7 lines. אשר ידעת, אותם שאתה מכיר, שנתמנו עליהם שוטרים במצרים, you remember those who were appointed in Egypt, בעבודת פרח, והיו מרחמים עליהם, they had mercy on the Jews, ומוכים על ידם, and those policemen were beaten by the Egyptians for not forcing strong enough, שנאמר ויוכו שוטרי בני ישראל, עתה יתמנו בגדולתם, כדרך שנצטערו בצערם. Every politician that runs to an office, he comes from a blue-collar family. He remembers working hard. This is it. Those who really worked hard deserve, so they are going to be the first members of the Sanhedrin. Okay?
So, Rabbi, this is in response to what Moshe says. Lo
Right.
So he's saying, Moshe is saying, I can't do this anymore. Now Hashem says, I'm going to give you help. I can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. So Hashem says, fine, I'm going to give you help here. Is there any problem here? What Moshe said? Are there any issues here?
No.
Okay.
Moshe is only showing Hashem how difficult it is. Moshe is through the desert. Why is Moshe? Because Rashi said Hashem is already showing Moshe how in a few days tens of thousands of them are going to die because they complain. So it bothers Moshe. He says, I understand, but anyway.
How is Shivim Ish going to help him actually? They complained about the man. They complained that they didn't get meat. And Moshe says, I can't help, I can't do this alone by myself. I will give you 70 people. How is this helping him in the complaint of the meat?
Someone comes to complain to one, he is sending him to him. Someone
Send it to Sam Sutton now.
No, but this is really what Hashem is telling Moshe, don't take everything to yourself. You have to divide it among.
Okay.
Let's see what happens now. Listen. So remember, first you have to collect. Now, look at Pasuk Yudchet. ואל העם תאמר, התקדשו למחר, התקדשו here means prepare yourself. ואכלתם בשר, כי בכיתם באוזני השם לאמור, מי יאכילנו בשר? You really craved for meat? כי טוב לנו במצרים, ונתן השם לכם בשר. Listen, go to the pasuk now. ואכלתם, לא יום אחד תאכלו, ולא יומיים, not a day, not 2, not 5, not 10, not 20, up to a month, until the meat is coming out of your כי מאסתם, here's the key, כי מאסתם את השם אשר בקרבכם. Deep inside your complaint, another man, another food. Look at the English translation, Pasuk 20.
Right.
Look at 20. No, the Arayot is a few psukim before. Look at Pasuk 20. Until the entire month of days,
until the entire month of days, until it comes out of your nose and becomes nauseating to you because you have rejected Hashem who is in your midst.
See, here's the question, where did they reject Hashem? The depth of this complaint is we're sick and tired of this traveling in the midbar, getting up every morning, taking it's very, but remember, Hashem is saying you're going to have it up to 30 days, okay? Fine.
Yesterday I was hearing a lecture from Rabbi Diamond. He said that a lot of times there's conflicts it's not always what they're arguing about, they have deep-seated other
This-
issues that they're angry about.
This is
And he-
this is
They
exactly.
mentioned with Arayot that
I
they, for a
know
year,
this-
they're stewing over it.
But this is exactly it. The Pasuk says, oh, if you want, okay, look
Yeah,
a
sorry,
second.
I'm-
No, it's fine. No, here. Look a second.
The Arayot brings a really
You
interesting
like
questions.
Although they complied, but they were
So,
unhappy.
Look a second back on 788. Pasuk Yud. As we read before, the first complaint was about the food. Look now on 788. Pasuk Yud. וישמע משה את העם בוכה למשפחותיו.
Yeah.
This is the עריות. איש לפתח אוהלו. ויחרף השם מאוד ובעיני משה רע. Look at the Rashi, pasuk Yud. בוכה למשפחותיו. משפחות נאספים. It's not now individuals who are complaining. לפרסם טעונתן בגלות. I mean, take the Los Angeles riots. Everyone understands that they are being paid. This is anarchistic, right? Los Angeles has millions of people, but if you look at the screen and you see, you think that the entire Los Angeles there's no one. The same is about Palestinians, it's the same. Look further, ורבותינו אמרו למשפחותיו, על עסקי משפחות, על עריות הנאסרות להם. Okay, so this is a very famous, difficult Gemara here,
Yeah.
difficult case.
yeah, what happened to Matan Torah? Were they like, were
But
they
the
like,
question is-
Submitted before.
No, he's asking if גר שנתגייר כקטן שנולד,
they should have been, well, there would have been no
so
Arayot.
normally, so the
Nobody's
question
related.
is, are they crying on the present or on the future?
Or in the past that they had to
Which
divorce
means-
their wives.
Which means none of them had to divorce his wife when they came from Sinai. Why? Because of גר שנתגייר כקטן שנולד. But the minute you hear that you are restricted in the future, I mean, this is one of
I
ways to
misunderstood,
explain
I
it.
thought they had it separate.
Well,
There are two fields of rabbis 400 years ago. This is again not local rabbis, 100 years ago. The Maharal says that the concept of Katan, Ger Shenitgayer, did not apply by Matan Torah. He says why? If a Gentile on his own is choosing Judaism, you're born again.
Yes.
You came out of Mitzrayim. Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov prepared you for that moment. So there's nothing special here. This is the Maharal's opinion.
Yeah.
The Maharal's opinion that Am Israel at this point, remember again, Moshe Rabbeinu was told from day one, "Bro, when you are taking the people out, you're going to receive the Torah." Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov prepared them.
Yes.
So as a nation, this conversion of Sinai did not give the people the right to, כך אומר המהר"ל. Many disagree, but the Maharal said, on the contrary, look a second in Sefer Bereshit, Parashat Vayigash. Yeah, but this is a very famous Maharal. What I'm telling you now, Maharal says over there in Parashat Vayigash. After Yosef is revealing himself to his brother, and they are prepared to come down to Mitzrayim. Look a second, page 258. They are getting ready. The 69 people are getting ready to depart to Mitzrayim. So look at Pasuk Chet. ואלה שמות בני ישראל הבאים מצרימה, יעקב, and now we're listing the 69 people, okay? Reuven, you have the children of Reuven, look at Pasuk Yud. ובני שמעון, ימואל, okay? ימין, אוהד, יכין חצור, ושאול בן הכנעני. Who is that? Ben HaKnani.
How could that be?
Right. Who is the mother of the one before? So look at the famous Rashi, look at the Rashi. Look at the Rashi on the left column. Ben HaKnani, Ben Dinah. שנבעלה לכנעני. Keep in mind, Dinah, Israeli, they killed we never talk about it because we are excited about it. They killed all the people in Shechem. Dinah said, I'm not coming home. I was raped by him, no one will ever marry me.
Yes.
Listen what he said. שנבעלה לכנעני, כשהרגו את שכם, לא הייתה דינה, הוא רוצה לצאת. עד שנשבע לה שמעון, שאול בן הכנעני, it means Shaul is the name of the kid. His mother is Dinah, who was raped by a Knani. And who is the father? Is Shimon. Now, everyone agrees that a Noahite, that his father and his mother, remember, she is the sister from the same father of Shimon, which is Yaakov.
So the.
How does
Now
it-
they say mother and
How does
father.
it marry?
Oh.
The same mother, they are. Everyone agrees that the Gentile is assumed by a sister. The Maral is asking it, and here says the Maral, each one of Bnei Noach, each one of Bnei Yaakov, when they decided to accept conversion on themselves, kikatan shenolad. See this? So here, he married his full sister from his father and his mother, and the Maharal says, because, but here, this is 300 years before the Torah was given. Here, the concept of Katan Shenolad applies. You, Shimon, are not obligated to do it, to accept the Torah as if you are a convert. But by Matan Torah, Bocher Mishpachotav, now in our parasha, this is already after Matan Torah. This is the same Maharal. The Maharal says it over there. You were groomed to receive the Torah as a nation after you came out of
And all
Mitzrayim.
its requirements. and
So again,
obligations.
so it's you're not sacrificing. The idea is take a regular goal. I was in Warsaw, and after our bit, I said my flight's tomorrow morning. If anyone wants a class, come tonight. Okay. So a young lady comes, and she comes with another young man. The young man here takes me aside and she says to me, "This young man is a goy. He's a student in Warsaw. He's going to college. What is he doing here? He took philosophy, his master's in philosophy. He says Judaism is the only religion. And he's coming to every class because he's on
On the
his
way to
way to
conversion?
become real conversion, not Israeli conversion, real conversion. He has to be crazy. I mean, you're in Poland, remember, this is not, it's in Brooklyn, New York, neither. And he says, I took philosophy. I know that this is a matter. I can't continue. But you understand, and this kid is Kekatan Shenolan.
Yeah.
In Israel, you have plenty of real Nivim, but many of them are doing it for financial reasons. Many are doing it to get an apartment with the Israeli
Is it
government.
Midrash or Maral that they switched after conception, Dinah
So,
and
Yonatan Ben Uziah.
it's a Tanakh.
No, but remember, what Rashi is saying is something new completely.
Oh, I know. Oh,
Shimon is married to his sister from his father's mother.
full system.
And the Varkas Ba'olam. A Goy was assuming that. Even today, a Goy is assuming that. She's your sister.
Yeah.
The answer is no. The Chidush of the Maharal is that when the Shvatim decide on their own to accept fully, remember, this is, to accept fully, it's a gift.
And Rabbi Diamond yesterday was talking about, he said, we should give praise and thanks to the community's leaders for not permitting getting.
Correct.
He said the community
He's
would have been
100%
destroyed
right.
for sure. He said when they wanted to reconfirm it again in the 80s, he went to his brother, Rabbi Rosenblum, and Rabbi Shalom, and he said, we wish we had it in our community, what happened to the broader Jewish community because of all the conversions that were not legitimate. And Cham Shaul, Rabbi Shalom also, people were pushing back, why are you doing that now? And much open. He said, find me one sincere convert in 70 years that I've been around here. I haven't found one sincere convert. So what are you talking about?
See, no one wants to do it. It began Chacham Yaakov's Katzim doing it.
And it started in Argentina.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Argentina, and then Rabbi Sheheber, I think it was.
Yep.
And he, Chacham Yaakov picked up on it and thought this is something that needed to be done here.
you see,
Took a lot of
Rabbi-
courage.
Rabbi Rosenblum said it to Rabbi Diamond. This will never happen in the Ashkenaz community for a simple reason. We're not as united.
Yeah.
Here you have people who don't keep Shabbat, neither kosher, but they're part of the same community. If the rabbis are telling them, this is we're not officiating the wedding, it makes a dent in the decision to
Right.
to
I
marry
think
the.
that part of it, what I heard, was that before World War II, especially they
I
did
thought it
this
was
because
very
they're afraid the
difficult.
men were gonna go overseas
Right.
and
Rabbi Diamond told me that his mother told him they all went to public school and they all had Italian boyfriends.
Of course,
Yeah.
They got friendly
of
with,
course.
and in fact,
My mother went to public school to
and they were afraid that
FDR.
women were gonna marry Italians.
it would have been wild in this community
Yeah,
if that
of course,
happened.
yeah.
It would have been a wild west. People would have brought
I
home.
mean, imagine in the 40s, in the 50s, the level of.
Then he said that, which is hard to believe, he said, I never said this before, and I'm not mentioning
Who
names.
said it?
Rabbi Diamond, he said, my mother told me, tell me about so-and-so, he's in a certain shul. Is he a good guy? Oh, he's a very good guy. He says, he's Italian. Italian. So, but I know the name, I'm never saying it. She told me
No,
not to
they
say
say
it.
it.
I-
Before the edict.
There,
Yeah, before the, this was in the forties.
My
He's Italian.
wife has.
I know one.
My wife-
I don't even know what you might be talking about
my
when I'm
wife
not
has
saying a
uncle
word.
where Also, it was before the edict and they accepted and he was.
My father's friend.
I remember everyone agrees that the real convert is a good Jew is me and you.
Yeah, but
The problem is that in 90% of all the 90 is a good number, 95%.
Yeah.
over the centuries that way also, when Judaism had its peak and a lot of success financially and politically, people wanted to become part of the Jewish team, so to speak.
Okay. Listen, the community was wild more those days. They would have
Yeah,
brought
the
girls
son-
home
the son-
and
the
murdered
son-
them and things.
Son of the famous Rockefeller, who inherited from his father millions of dollars, became converted. This is a bad. He went to Israel.
He went to
The family, he went to Israel, he went by the staff, he was a Bnei Brak for 40 years. At the end of,
My grandfather told me that back in the 40s, people went to public schools and they picked up having Xmas trees in the house.
Wow.
And my grandfather went up to the house because nobody wanted to talk about it. He went up to the guy's house on Shabbat and threw the Christmas tree out of the window.
That's the right way.
Okay, anyway, to Moshe is,
Yeah.
is to show you the spirit of the Jewish people. How did Moshe decide? Did you ever think, how did Moshe decide who is, so to see the Chokhmah of the Chumash is, if you really read it the way it should be read, nothing is covered here. Look at Pasuk 26 now, 792. Listen carefully what happened here. So 70 people are becoming, okay? Pasuk 26. וישארו שני אנשים במחנה. Two people are left in the camp. שם האחד אלדד ושם השני מדד. ותנח עליהם הרוח להימה בכתובים. No one understands this. We're going to see the Rashi. Read the English translation just to understand what the case is.
26. Two men remained behind in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the second was Medad. And the Spirit rested upon them. They had been among
See here, the article has to say, he says the Spirit engulfed them. But this is not Vehema Baketuvim. So look at the Rashi now, Vehema Baketuvim. במבוררים שבהם לסנהדרין. This is, Rabbi Sherman took this word from Rashi, במבוררים, which means they were elected. Listen carefully what happened now. ונכתבו כולם נקובים בשמות ועל ידי גורל. לפי שהחשבון עולה ל-12 שבטים, you need 70 Sanhedrin. There are 12 tribes. If you take 6 times 12, it's 72.
too many.
Yeah.
Which
So,
means that 2
if I'm-
tribes might have 5 only. Says Rashi, you see, לפי שהחשבון עולה ל-12 שבטים, 6 לכל שבט. חוץ משני שבטים, שאין מגיע עליהם אלא 5
And they did that by lottery?
אמר משה, אין שבט שומע לי לפחות משבטו זקן אחרי. Moshe says, I know reality. If I say that you, I'm making it up, Dan and Naphtali 5, they will listen to me.
Absolutely.
Moshe Rabbeinu is telling you all that. It's not you. מה עשה? נטל 72 פתקים. Took 72 notes and he wrote on 70 zaken. Zaken means you are elected. ועל 2, 2 out of the 72 left empty. הוא ברר מכל שבט 6. He comes to every שבט, 6, 6, 6, 6, stand around the box, take out the raffle. והיו 72. אמר להם, take and open your note. מי שעלה בידו זקן, whoever got the note,
They made the cut.
זקן, became made the cut. ומי שעלה בידו חלק, אמר לו, אין המקום חפץ בך. So these two who remained in the camp, והמה בכתובים means they were selected, but they refused to join. They said, no, they were too humble. So now they are prophesying in the Machane. Remember, all these 70 are standing here in the Mishkan. 2 are there, and what are they prophesying? Look what they are prophesying.
Moshe is not.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, Yeshua is gonna read that.
She says, look at the Rashi Pasuk Chavchet, 3rd line. כפי שהיו מתנבאים, משה מת, ויהושע מכניס את ישראל לארץ ישראל. See, each one of there's no time, but it's amazing really what they prophesied. Not only that, they spoke about the future, about Gog and Magog. So here, 2 people are prophesying publicly that Moshe is not going to take a sin, Yeshua is going to be the leader. So someone is running to Moshe. Yeshua says to Moshe, lock them up. Yeshua didn't like the fact that they said that I'm going to be the leader. And Moshe is telling them, I wish everyone could prophesy as them. We'll have to stop here, but
So since the 2 didn't go, the 2 who got the blank
no, this is the
these are 2 that
those who got the blank, they got the paper, but they refused to join.
So now, but if
Why did they stay behind, Rabbi?
they didn't get the Zaken paper.
They were
went
too
there.
humble. They said we undeserved to be.
So they should have gone, but they didn't. So
Right,
They did.
who didn't get the Zaken paper, they had to go as substitutes?
No. Eventually they joined.
So Rabbi Eldad and Medad were part of the 70.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
They are part of the 70 and
But Mr.
Yeah.
A.
no. Rani was under the impression because they refused. Maybe the 2 others. No. Eventually.
Oh, so they stayed behind temporarily.
Remember the 3.
Rabbi, was it not that went to Moshe? Was that Yehoshua that went to tell him that they?
Yes, one of the interpretations this
So
goes up there.
only 68 went.
Okay.
Yeah, then, only 68.
Okay, Rabbi. Have a good day, Rabbi. Thank you.
72 went, 2 left
Oh,
blank, 2 that went back to the Machane.
So we early voting, whoever
Oh,
wins the
tell me,
primary is
yeah.
like